All right. Welcome back to more FLA Homes. If you're new to the channel, my name's Christian Clay. Alongside me is one of our real estate rock stars on the team, the Knockout King, Chris. How are you, big dog?
I'm doing great, brother. How about yourself?
I am doing great. I want everybody to know out there, the builder said no to our offer. That's it. Video over with. You could no, I'm joking. The builder said no to our offer the first time, but that same offer got accepted. And Chris is going to tell you how that happened. Take him home.
Perfect. So we're at the Providence community. Our clients wound up purchasing a Lennar home in the Providence community located in Davenport, Florida. And they reached out to us in mid-December. They reached out to us. They let us know, hey, we just got a job transfer. We need to purchase and move into a Florida home by April. We're visiting on the weekend before Christmas. Can you help us? And we were like, absolutely. We went ahead and put together an itinerary so that way they can get as much out of their visit on the weekend. We visited 7 different communities, seen about 10 different floor plans. In the last community we seen, we thought we found the right home. And as they were on their way back home, specifically to the airport, they contacted me and said, "Hey, Chris, like it's way too far from where we need to be for work. Like, so we're kind of back to square one." So we started eliminating communities that would be too far out of range, and we wound up choosing a community in Kissimmee. And when we visited that community in Kissimmee, Lennar was building homes there, and the specific home that we were interested in wasn't complete.
Yeah.
So we wound up visiting the Providence community, and the reason we did that was because they had a home that was complete, so we can at least walk through it. But we weren't considering this community because it wasn't in our range. But things change.
Sure.
They're on their way home and they're like, hey, Chris, we actually really, really like that Providence
Yeah.
community. It's great as far as distance to work. Like, tell me a little bit more about that community. What is it that we need to do to be able to get into that community? So I'm like, okay, cool. Probably like within 2 days of that conversation with our clients, like Lennar did massive price cuts in this community on the home that they liked. And not only that, but they're offering significantly low interest rates.
Yeah.
So I
Hey,
reached out to our clients and they're like, hey,
this
Chris,
might
like,
work for you. This is fitting
yeah,
into your budget. Before we looked at it like, man, I don't know if we can afford that, but it is fitting into your budget right now.
yep. At that point, we decided, okay, let's go ahead and get pre-qualified with Lennar. We went ahead and did that, and we started choosing a home site. We're like, okay, like this is the home site that we like, and at
Keep in
that
mind,
point,
everybody, keep in mind the window of
yeah,
opportunity like this, they don't sit around forever, right? Like the price
mhm,
cut mixed in with the low rate, mixed in with the incentive that they may be offered. Those things don't last forever. There's always that small window. And right now that window is putting our clients at the top of it's just fitting them in, right? This is a community that they were like, I like it, but it may be too expensive for me. Now it's the numbers actually work, but that
mhm,
window is a little small at the time.
yes. So that's when we got a curveball. Well, our clients got a curveball. They had a home to sell, and they at the time frame that we were already getting pre-qualified with Lennar, they had a cash buyer and they wound up getting an extremely low offer. And our clients reached out to us and they say, hey, Chris, we got to focus on put our energy into selling our home. And I said, okay, absolutely. I understand. Shift your energy towards that. And as soon as you have your home under contract, we will revisit things.
Sure.
It took them about 2 more weeks, 2 more weeks
If you
to
know
get
anything
them.
about builders, if you know anything about
Yep.
2 weeks is a long time. Things change. And remember I said the window was small? 2 weeks, prices change, incentives change, rates change. Go ahead.
Exactly. And as soon as they had their home under contract, we revisited things with Lennar and we're like, okay, the prices went up, the interest rate went up. Like, all right, like I was like, I felt like we missed our window, but that's when it was extremely important that we huddled up with our clients and we put together a strategic offer. And our offer with Lennar was we wanted over $35,000 off of the price of the home. We wanted a home to close contingency so that way it would protect our client's deposit.
Sure.
Not only that, for the home site that we chose, they were only offering $7,500 in closing cost assistance. We requested over $28,000. And the reason we did that is so that way our clients can use their own funds to buy down the interest rate to a 4% interest rate.
Wow, dude, that's one of the better rate. 3.99 I think was the lowest last year that we got. So that may be the lowest in 2025 so far. 4% rate? Come on now. So you're offering all of these things for a reason, right? Like whenever you plug all of that stuff in for our clients, the number makes sense again, right? We're recreating that window for us and we're telling the builder, "Hey, if you can do this for us, this is that window that we would like to hit right here."
Mhm.
Builder says what? Absolutely not to that offer, or they countered you,
Said
or
no, the flat out no, and it was just like we're like, okay, like they countered, and it wasn't even like meeting in the middle.
yeah.
And as soon as they countered, I huddled back up with our clients. I called it the huddle up, but we had a conversation, share with them the news, and we were like, okay, like let's pivot to the original community in Kissimmee because this same home is less expensive there and it fits our budget. So at that point, we notified our representative, like, hey, like, we're going to pivot to the other community. And then she was like, hold on, like, let me speak with management again. And at that point, it's like they did an audit on our clients.
Sure.
They started asking us a ton of questions. They're like, hey, hold on, like, why are you looking at the other community? And they started asking us a ton of questions as to why are we asking for what we are asking for,
Yeah.
and they looked into our file, they spoke with the lender and everything, and yeah, it took about a day or so, but Lennar wound up reaching out to us and they're like, hey, like, we appreciate the answers that we provided them when they asked us questions. It was very thorough, strategic answers that made sense, and they're like, we're going to go ahead and accept your original offer. We don't want to turn your family away and keep them from living in this community.
That, my friends, that is the value in working with us, right? That's the value in working with Chris, by the way. Being able, like, whenever Lennar did the audit, right, and they looked through and said, okay, I wonder why they're asking for all of this money off. Are they just poker face, like trying to get the lowest deal somewhere around? But when they looked at it, they're like, well, this was the original number that they needed to hit. So he put this offer together to make sure they can get this price point. Okay, so they really do need this. You know what? Let's go ahead and accept their offer. Sometimes it's
Mhm.
poker face when we're, negotiating back and forth. In this case, it was, you did it to try to get your clients into the community that was a little above what they wanted, but to make it work for them, and it worked.
Mhm.
Congratulations, man. Like this is what it's all about. Now, under contract, obviously we need to get them to the finish line. There's a lot of inspections that need to happen. There's a lot of walks that need to happen. I'm not worried about that because we got you on, on the squad that's making sure that stuff's taken care of. So that way our clients can enjoy the process. But yeah, no, well done with that. Now, what recommendations do you have for anybody that has a home to sell elsewhere and they're coming to Florida? Or
Yeah.
let's just say a home to sell at all. They can be selling a home in Davenport and moving to Davenport. Like, what would you say?
Yeah, I would say just definitely do your due diligence on who you decide to represent you in selling your home and helping you sell your home. That matters because when you start connecting with us, we're going to present to you many different opportunities, and some of these opportunities come and go. So as long as
Yeah,
you have representation in wherever it is that you're moving from, that is going to help you sell your home in the most efficient timeline, would allow you to exhaust all the options that you may have with the home in Florida.
true
But definitely,
professionals. You need a
yeah.
true professional. Like I think on our side, that's what we really strive for, and we really take our job serious, right? Whoever's selling your home could hold us up. You could miss out on the opportunity, right? We kind of brushed over it a little bit, but the curveball that was thrown in there was, I think, a little bit due to the agent that was selling their home, just not
Yeah.
really giving them, the great opportunity to succeed, right? The cash offer they had was not a great cash offer. They should have had their home listed for a while. We're not going to get into that because they're extremely happy, but I mean, without Chris there to strategically put that offer in place, that window was toast. Even you were probably like, man, I think the window's toast, but we're going to try it
Yeah,
anyway.
I felt that way because I'm like, okay, like, 2 weeks ago, this was like still a strong offer, but it was
Yeah,
like, okay, like they would consider it because they're offering more at the time. But now,
sure.
like, we're asking for an even stronger offer. So, like, yeah, like, and it's important to have your home under contract. Most builders will probably say no if you still have a home to sell. If you want to purchase a home because you just like the incentives, great, you can do that, but it's important to have contingencies in place so that way if you do put a deposit on a home to take it off of the market, please keep in mind you want to make sure that your deposit is protected. So contingencies are important. We educate you on those things as you begin this search.
100%. By the way, team@morefla.com. That is the best way to reach us. Or you can just text that little number that's floating right up above. The best part about all of this, well, the best part is we got to get our people to the finish line. Like, the best part's in the future. But Lennar paid all of our fees, so it was $0 to our, like, no freaking brainer right there. Love you guys. Can't wait to see you guys at the closing table. If you made it this far, there's a little thumbs up button down there. Click on that. It's totally free. Click on that. If you're not subscribed, what the heck are you doing? Catch you guys on the next one.